If you've watched the first two parts of my video series, then you know a very important thing, that age does not stop you from going RVing. But it does make us RV a little bit differently. And today I'm going to show you how, if you're over 60 or over 70, you can still go RVing, the steps you need to take. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how to go RVing as a senior citizen, so that you can keep traveling, exploring, and waking up in new places, no matter what your age is. When we're younger and we go RVing, we think we have something to prove. Oh, by the way, I'm Chuck with Lake to Lake. Glad you're able to join me. Miles driven, destinations checked off. Sometimes you're just out there to prove a point that you can get from point A to point B in a day. Well, we can throw that out because we're going to RV smart. But after a certain age, RVing becomes much less about the scoreboard and more about the soul. This is the moment where you stop chasing RVing and you let RVing come to you. Comfort is not a luxury. Comfort is not about being soft. Comfort is not about being weak. Comfort is about how you can stay on the road longer as a senior citizen. Examples: full hookups instead of boondocking. Full hookups instead of boondocking. Level campsites instead of wrestling with the blocks to level out your trailer. We all know getting down on your hands and knees and setting those blocks, it's hard, it's tough. Let's make it simple. Let's be smart about these things. Better chairs, better steps. I have a set of steps that hit the ground. They're solid steps. They're wonderful. And I think the next thing I need to add is a handrail, and I've mentioned that before. Again, we're trying to RV smarter so we can RV longer. Comfort adds years to your RV life, and it takes the stress out of every mile. Number 2, slow down. Slowing down is a superpower. Instead of taking what you used to do in 2 days, take 3 days, take 4 days. You want to drive shorter days. Instead of getting up and leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning and driving till 8 o'clock at night, you might want to wait till 9 or 9:30 and get around and leave. You might want to sleep late. And when you get to your campsite, you might want to get into your campsite at 3 or 3:30 so that you're not all stressed out and you're rested and refreshed. We take rest days. If we want to take a day off and not travel, do it. We take rest days because we can, not by accident. RV stops being exhausting when you stop treating it like a race. Remember, miles don't make memories. Moments make memories. Downsize your rig. That's number 3. I'm going to tell you what. I'm Chuck with Lake to Lake. I've been RVing for years, and I've made every mistake in the book. I've made life so difficult. I've made countless errors, and I'm going to try and make sure that I prevent you from making the same errors I made so that you can go camping in your later years in life, and it'll be less stressful and much more enjoyable. Downsize your rig, not your travel plans. Maybe a Class A or a fifth wheel is just getting too big. It doesn't mean you shrink your experience. The big truth that surprises people, that downsizing doesn't make your experience any less. Downsizing does not make you shrink your experience. A smaller, lighter RV camper might be the way to go. Those big RVs, the big fifth wheels and the Class A's, sometimes it's very hard to get those into a campsite. They make the campsites so small because they need to get all those people packed in there so they can make some money. A smaller rig means less setup time, less safety concerns, and it's much easier to fit into those tight places. Plus, the smaller the rig, the more comfortable you are behind the wheel. I know, I've been there. You don't lose your freedom by downsizing. You reclaim it. Number 4, spend money where it counts. You're retired. You're in your later years in life. You know what your income is, and you have some savings. Buy a good bed. I'm telling you, that's one of the best things best money you can spend is a good bed. So you wake up refreshed, and you don't wake up with You don't wake up with body pains. One of the smartest things we can do is one of the smartest things we can do is let money take the stress out of camping. One of the smartest things we can do is we can let money take time, stress, and the pain out of camping. We can afford to buy some of these things that we couldn't afford when we first started. An example, hire an RV tech to work on your roof or work underneath your rig. We're getting too old to climb up ladders and get on our backs and crawl underneath there and try and fix things. Hire a tech, come out and fix it. It's simple. Sign up for roadside service. So if you have a flat tire or a blowout, you call them up, they come, they change the tire on your rig. You're paying for that service. Use it, take advantage of it. Make sure that you buy equipment that you can pick up safely. If you need a generator, make sure it's a small generator so you can pick it up. Or better yet, buy some tools to help you lift things and make it more safe, less stressful. Upgrading safety gear, like I've said, I'm going to put a handrail on my rig and a set of solid steps. If it comes to safety and it can prolong your camping experience, go for it. Spend a little bit of money. You will not regret that. And remember, you're not buying gadgets. You're buying additional years of RVing camping, and that's what we're all in this for. Number 5, let go of how it used to be. And this might be the hardest one because you used to think, man, I can drive 12 hours and get there. No, throw that out. You're going to drive 6 hours in 2 days or for 2 days to equal that 12. Be smart about it. Let go of how you used to travel and realize that you're camping differently now because you're a senior citizen. You're probably going to be in campsites with full hookups, better pads. You need to let go of how you used to travel. You need to camp smarter. You need to go in places with full hookups. Maybe you need to stop sooner during the day. Maybe you need to start later in the morning. Right now, I'm traveling from Kansas City Quartzsite, and you know what we found? That 6 hours is a magic number for us to travel. We can get 3 hours in the morning, eat lunch, 3 hours in the afternoon, and you know what? It works. And we take a break, hour and a half each in the morning. We take a break, an hour and a half in the afternoon, we take a break. It works. It's simple, and it helps. We get up, we walk around, we eat, or whatever. And maybe you need to stay home. Maybe you don't need to take those 1,500-mile trips. Maybe you need to camp locally in the state parks, in KOA campgrounds, or whatever. Maybe you need to downsize your camping a little bit, but you don't need to stop. You just need to camp smarter. And you're not losing anything. You're just taking the ability of what you're able to do now, and you can use that as a camping experience today. You're not losing anything. You're just changing the way you camp. You're doing it the smart way, and it keeps you on the road, keeps you in the campsites, keeps you waking up in a new place every time you go camping. That's what we're trying to get, and what we want to keep. If I could say one thing about camping that I wish I would have changed or wish I would have known sooner, I'd tell myself to stop being tough. Those long drive days are killers. It's killers on you, it's killers on your wife, and if you got kids, it's a killer on them. Forget that. Break it down, make it much shorter trips. I'm going to tell you, if you get in a campsite and you need some help, ask your neighbors. They're going to help. When I first started camping, I was not about to let anybody help me. I'm tough, I can do it myself. Not anymore. I ask for help all the time. And you know what? Most campers are glad to give you a hand, especially if you're a senior citizen. And enjoy the journey instead of trying to put a medal on the wall because you did it in 3 days and that's a record for the family. Enjoy the journey. Have fun. Go smart. Make it less stressful and enjoyable. So how do you RV smart as we get older? You choose comfort over pride, slow over stressful, simplicity over complexity. And I'm telling you what, if you make your travels simple and your days planned out and you don't have it such a tight schedule that if you miss one, that's a domino effect, life will be a lot better for you. And believe me, I've done it both ways. I'd much rather take 4 days instead of 3 to do what I used to do in 3 days, do it in 4 days. It just works. And if you do all the things I talked about, RVing just doesn't stay possible. It becomes more meaningful than ever. Remember, moments equals memories. All right, I think that'll wrap it up. Put down in your comments what you've done as a senior citizen to make your camping, extend your days of camping or extend your years of camping. I'd like to see what other people have done besides me. Maybe you need to downsize your rig. Maybe you need to go from a Class A to a 15 or a 22-foot pull trailer. Maybe you need to downsize from a Class A to a 24-foot pull trailer. It's all the same. But put it in the comments. Let me know about it. Hey, and if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'm Chuck with Lake to Lake, and until we meet around the campfire, y'all take care now. Bye-bye.